Reckless IRJ here, and here we are with a new game that I started playing, and it has been out for about a month. It is called Gundam Battle Gunpla Warfare. Now, I want to give a backstory on this. I do not know any history on Gundam battles. I have not played any Gundam battles before, and I did not watch any of the TV shows or anything like that, so I am a complete noob when it comes to the storyline. I apologize in advance if I get it wrong on a name pronunciation or I don't realize the significance of something. I'm sorry. I really love the game, and I'm also sorry that I just missed that shot that badly. But I do not know any better with this game, so please do not crucify me for inevitably making mistakes. So I'm showing you, this was gameplay from the event mode that we're having right now, and I really started playing this game because I knew the same people that made this made Dragon Ball Z games, so I knew the graphics would be amazing, and good timing for me to do this actually. Just showed that I leveled up. So assuming you're still here, that means that you're probably interested in this game as well. So I'm gonna go right into Gunpla builds. So let's go to the Gunpla list here, and the biggest thing you want to know is attributes, the types. You have speed, power, and then I actually don't have one here, but the other is technique, and they work in a triangle. So power beats technique, technique beats speed, speed beats power. It's a very simple but effective system that keeps everyone a little honest. Excuse me. I'm going to build a technique type here just to have one, just to show. And as you can see here, each piece of gear that's equipped here is a technique type. It has a T on it, and that is the type of style they went for. You need at least 5 techniques or 5 powers or 5 speeds to get that attribute type. If you don't have 5 and you have a bunch of them that are under that, it'll just be a circle and you won't have an attribute type. That is very useful for later. I'll explain more about that later. Why that matters to have those attribute types. So I'm going to use... no, I'm not going to use Ace. I'm going to use my online entry to show you this. So, my online entry is a very high CPWR, and the fact is, his parameters are not as good as his CPWR suggests he should be. That is because the CPWR is very inflated by the X skill. Now that CPWR, I keep circling it, is 75k. It suggests that it should be a lot better than those stats that I just ran along the side are. That is because, once again, the X skills, they suggest, because of how many times they've been leveled up, that CPR has become inflated, and it is not accurate. It is very rare that you'll see someone that has a very, very high CPWR and also has very, very high parameters for their stats. If that happens, you more than likely ran into someone that has put a lot of money into this game, because you do not typically see a lot of people who get high stat armor multiple times over and over and over again. So it is impossible to then get high X levels and then have high stats at the same time. If you get one, I feel sorry for you, because that means that you paid a lot of money for it. And whoever is going against you is about to lose more likely than not. So prayers to you if you run into that. The next thing is word tags and high mobility. High mobility and 4 urban area are the word tags that I have. You need 5 of this in the word tag for a gear to get this. Active word tags to boost your stats in a specific way based on whatever it is. So high mobility gives you 5% shot defense and 5% beam resistance. For urban area, it instantly boosts all stats or all parameters 1%. But if you're fighting in a urban area, you get an extra 3% bonus on your character in this area. So The word tags are very good for boosting parameters and making your character more dangerous however you like. It is custom made for that. And that all plays into a very helpful way. Now, the other thing I just flipped through, that's part traits, and this is where the attributes matter even more, to where I said earlier. So here I'm circling the speed attribute part trait on the Blitz Gundam, and it explains that if you're a speed attribute, you get a 14% crit chance bonus on speed attributes, which my online entry, Call Me, is a speed attribute, so he gets that bonus. However, at the bottom, the power attribute with shot guidance is for power attribute. I'm not a power attribute, so I don't get it. Also, I was also highlighting in-fighter job. In-fighters get a bonus for the shield, but I'm a long shooter, so I also don't get that. So what you're probably wondering now is, what am I talking about with long shooters and in-fighters? These are job traits, job licenses, and based on your job license, you get a bonus. And they change how the AI and how you can play with a character, and it really customizes that tune to make it more dangerous. Long shooters have a higher shot attack, in-fighters have higher defense and attack bonuses. They come with a whole lot of specialization and characterization, and it's all based off of the pilot that you have attached to a person. So play around with that, you'll enjoy it. It really lets you do some dangerous things in this game. So I'm already showing you the online entry. Online entry, this is the guy that when your character is called to fight with your friends, the people that are following you, or the people that you follow decide to follow you. This is the guy that will go out and fight with them. Somebody watch this video, remind me, take off the beam machine gun, it's that gold piece, and put in a different gun that is not the gun that really should be there. More likely than not, there's a better gun for me to put in there. I'll explain why in a little bit. So yes, this is my online entry character, and you will be able to put whatever gear that you want on there. It doesn't matter if you've used it before, just use it if it's your best for the online entry. So now we're on to upgrade, tune up, and sell. So upgrade is simply the level, and when it comes to leveling up stuff, it takes capital to do it. And you want to upgrade anything that is a 4-star or a 3-star. So that's pink and blue if you're just more attributed to the colors. Pink and blue, or 3 and 4-star, whichever works more for you to remember. That's the stuff you really want to level up. Excuse me. And we're upgrading. It's also how you upgrade the X skills. You put stuff that you already have copies of, and you upgrade it with that in the parts. And by doing so, you upgrade the X skill level. However, I reminded you earlier, that is how I got a very high CPWR, and it is not a very accurate representation of how strong a character really is. Tune up is actually when you take stuff from 3-star to 4-star. However, just because you tune something up does not mean that it's on par with something else. What I mean by that is, if you have an item that is a 3-star when you got it, and the other item that was a 4-star when you got it, you can upgrade that 3-star item to a 4-star, and that 4-star item is still stronger as far as it goes with stats. So because of that, keep that in mind. It is actually why I regret that beam machine gun, because it is a 5-star item, but I got it at 3-star. And because of that, the stats are not as strong as some of the other items that I've gotten before. So that beam machine gun is a weaker at a max level than that beam rifle. So I'm going to pull them both up to show you. The beam rifle, when I max value, when I show what it should be when it's completely maxed out, is 3,176 damage on shot attack. This gun is already maxed out, so I don't have to press it. It is 2,300. That is a huge 900 shot attack damage loss for me, because I did not do it the right way. Don't be like me. Upgrade the thing that came at a 4-star. This came at a 4-star, and if I had upgraded this instead, this would have given me a lot better damage. So I do regret that a lot. The next thing is selling. Now for me, I sell anything that is green as long as it's not a pilot. If it's not a pilot and it's green, I try and sell it. There's a couple items that I have that are equipped because I don't have anything better than that. But the reason you sell anything green is because you get platinum coins for it. Platinum coins you can go into the shop and buy a lot of useful tools with. So make sure you sell anything green. You can also theoretically sell things that are blue and get those platinum coins as well. I haven't done that yet. I haven't really messed around with what to do with extra blues yet, but I'm probably going to start upgrading them and trying to recycle them and see if that recycle feature where you take 3 pinks and try and get a new pink, if that really is worth something. If not, I'll probably just start selling the blues as well. So you're probably wondering, what about the 1-stars, the white pieces? This is what I mean by you can use those to upgrade it. You can use parts from other stuff and upgrade. If it's the same type of thing exactly, you can upgrade your X skill level. But even if it's not, you can still level it up a little bit. So now that all that's done, I'm going to go on to missions. I'm going to show you around missions a little bit. So when it comes to missions, we'll start off with the free missions. You have to do free missions to get the daily finished. But after you do it, don't do it anymore. The free missions are labeled as something that is supposed to help you, but it's really just a waste of energy. It doesn't get any really good. I regret having to spend energy on it every time I have to do it. I will go in and show you, but it's got 6 levels. You unlock each one based off story mode. Once you get through the first chapter, you get the first story level of free missions, and just these rewards aren't really worth it, especially not for the energy they're charging. Look at that, 30 energy for that stuff. I'd rather just do events. It's not really worth it, I'm sorry. Yeah. Moving on, daily missions. There's only one that I really like in these daily missions, and it's the Amass Capital mission. Capital is what you use to upgrade items, and you really need it. You will run out of capital, almost guaranteed. However, once you get close to the end game, I'm talking the very last couple of levels, I've heard that capital really isn't a struggle anymore. But until you get to there, you want to run this mission. Like, if it's a capital day, just keep running it. Keep running it over and over. I don't have any regrets every time it comes up. I just spend most of my energy there. The chapters, story mode, is very easy. Until you get to 611 and 612, there's no real threats to lose unless you are really pushing along and you aren't upgrading your character as you go. For the most part, there's no threats whatsoever. You don't really have to worry about it. When it comes to the last 2, if it's really difficult, just go and do some events. Upgrade your guy some more. Eventually, by the time you come back, you'll be fine. It's not that hard. I do recommend using speed type, the speed attribute. Speed counters the bosses that are given to you a couple of times in there at the end, so it helps. Here's the event, and I've beaten all the tiers of event. Normally, I run the 25 energy just because it's the simplest and the easiest, and I don't need a sim ticket to do it. That 100 CPWR, it is very hard. It is very challenging, so be warned. So here's the part that really is interesting. For the event, you earn coins, and you can use these coins. So once they get in the shop, I'll explain it later. And based on the type of gear you're wearing, you can get multipliers on how many times you earn gear. So last event, they had a type of gear in the shop. You bought it, and then you get a 2 times multiplier if you wear it. And then they have in the capsules these little upgrades. One is the Dragon Gundam, and that gives you a 5 times multiplier on coins earned. I'm wearing that set. Now, if you've noticed, it actually has cost me active word tax because I'm using the Dragon Gundam. It's worth it because I get that 5 times multiplier. The other one, the 7 times, is the Astray. I might be mispronouncing it. Please don't kill me in the comments. The Astray type. And The Stray Red Flame is the name of it. That gives you a 7 type. I really, once I get 5 or 7, I don't spend any more on the capsules. Stop burning all through the capsules. That is because you're going to want to save those hero chips for the next event. Hoard. Save it up. Hoard. 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 You do not get them all that frequently. You don't get them that fast. Slow down on spending them. Save up. And wait for the next event. Now, here's where the Gunpla parts are. The pickup capsules that I was talking about. And that top one inquires all the different gears that are new. So here's the Stray Red Frame. Excuse me. And if you get one of those top 5 pieces, the Strays, you get a 7 times multiplier on the coins that you will earn. It's very, very useful. But if you can only get a Dragon Gundam, don't break the bank. A 5 times multiplier is still plenty fine. It'll get you right through everything. You might have to do a couple of more battles to get through everything in the shop. Don't stress it. It's fine. So here I'm showing the Prime Pool. It's an interesting concept. Only one item is a guaranteed 3-star out of those packs, and that guaranteed 3-star has a 17% chance to also be a 4-star, and then otherwise it's a 5% chance that you'll get a 4-star. So that's how that works. The other capsules, for the ones that are older than a week already, you'll get a capsule times 1, not 10, times 1. You'll get a free times 1 per day. And you'll also get a free Friends capsule. It's all the way at the bottom. It's not worth anything writing home about. It's really garbage, honestly. It's nothing but a bunch of 1-star items. And if you're lucky, you'll get a 2-star piece. Literally, it's a 1% chance to get a 2-star piece. So it's not really all that worth it. So here's Arena. And here is the hope that we will not have to keep hoarding the hero chips, because if they can get Arena up and running, we can earn the hero chips through Arena, and then this way we don't have to worry about struggling to get stuff. So here's the coin exchange, the shop. This is where you want to live. The Platinum Coins Exchange, this is where I was mentioning earlier, the green pieces, you sell those. And see here, I got that one thing sold out. That is the standard tickets, and those let you get some free pieces out of the capsules. You get some free spins. Hopefully you get something good, but it's not a guarantee once again. Also, you get some of the awakenings. I was scrolling past. I bought some of the awakenings. Those are pretty good as well. They're pretty useful. So Arena, only thing I'm really excited about this time is the heat fan. That looks like a really good melee weapon. I am really excited about it, because it looks like something that you would use with a long shooter. It's a little bit interesting, but all of the things on this are actually very well built for a long shooter. So I'm going to go in and show you why I bought it, and I do have it. Here, current value is actually very good at maxed out level. 2.6 is not too bad for a melee weapon. So you could do worse than this item. If you are like me and you struggle to get melee items, this is a pretty good one. And you can see it's actually a B+ on the power. That's very good, and it looks like you can spam that. And on top of that, it also had a 19% shot defense increase. It seems really good for a long shooter. Even a mid-range shooter, that seems like a pretty good thing. And then the word tags, it has Ace Exclusion and Urban Area. Both of those are very good stat boosters, especially Ace Exclusion for shot attack. So once again, that seems like a really good item. I would love to have that and use that. That's really good. So back to here, the last thing was a covert coin. This is specifically for the event right now. And when it comes to the event, it actually resets every week. So this week is covert coin, but the next week, when the event is over, there'll be some other name coin exchange. And this one will disappear 2 days into that one. So you see it has like the custom color paint at the bottom. It also has a whole bunch of other useful things. Like it has nippers for upgrading and awakenings. And it has a couple of other things like memory upgrades for the pilots. So it has all kind of other stuff. For the other setting, the options, there's a lot of things in here. The only things that matter is really the missions. You can switch between left and right-handed, and I am actually ambidextrous. But for me, I really like to feel more of a left-handed gameplay. So that was for me on this. Transfer data, I actually just got a new phone. I transferred the data from my old phone when I first started playing to this. And I used Gmail and it was fine. So I'm happy that they have a transfer data, because that would have been really sucky to lose all that data. And then light mode, I'm actually surprised I don't have it on already. But light mode is meant to help your phone get to play the game without so much graphics that it actually overheats your phone or something you can't play. I thought I had it on, but since I had it off, I'm not going to turn it on now. It's fine without it. So yeah, light mode, if your phone can't handle it, turn on light mode. It'll help a lot. My old phone could not handle it. This one can. So here's some things that were not in that HUD at the bottom right, like collections. You get a collection, you complete it, and boom, you get a new paint set and a bunch of other stuff. And on that left corner, that left corner has the paint jobs, and it has photos and the photo studio at top. And in that photo studio, once you get finished with the photo, then you can have your photo be right where I'm circling right now, and that is the Reckless Was Here photo. And then here's your profile. So hint hint, follow me either in game, or you can follow me on YouTube, Reckless IRJ. Literally the only thing you'll get if you search up Reckless IRJ. So search it up on Google. I'll be the first thing that comes up. I'm looking for you. Or you can just follow me in game and you can be a follower. I have space. I'm growing, so I'll still keep getting more followers. Follow me. I can help you. You can help me. Whatever is the case, it works out. I'm also going to have a Discord. I will link it below. And it's not a personal Discord. It's not mine. But I have some other friends. We're all in a Discord for GBGW. But that comes to the conclusion of my video. Reckless RJ here, and I hope you enjoy your day.